7-3 Patriots are on the road Sunday against the Jets, and they're expected to have Rob Gronkowski back on the field. Gronk missed 3 of the last 4 games with a back injury, and his production is way down this year with only 1 touchdown, leading some to wonder if this could be his last year in New England. Despite that, Bill Belichick supported him yesterday, saying, quote, "He's one of our best players. Of course, it helps us when he's out there." Shannon, are we seeing the beginning of the end for Gronk?
I believe we are, because the injuries are starting to take their toll. Skip, and I can speak to this, having played the position that Gronk and having played 14 years. Skip, as I started to get older, when I got nicked, an injury that would cause me to miss a day of practice would cause me to miss an entire week. And missed practice caused me to miss games. And what Gronk is starting to do, what we're starting to see, is that the missed practices are going into games. And it started at its 1 games, and now it's 2, 3. Now, Coach Belichick saw this coming, Skip. Coach Belichick has always tries to be ahead of the curve. What he tries to do is get rid of you a year earlier than opposed to a year later. Coach Belichick has the philosophy, I don't want you withering on the vine in my garden.
True.
If you're going to wither on the vine, you can go in somebody else's garden. And he saw this coming. And I know what Gronk can be when he's healthy, but he's now more injury prone than being healthy. Week 1, 7 for a buck, 23 touchdown against Houston. That was the healthiest that he's been all year.
That was it.
And Skip, what surprised me is that when he got nicked late in the 3rd quarter against Miami, they were going to play that Thursday. I thought, given his injury history, they would let him take, because I felt they could beat the Dolphins without Gronk. Now, you let him miss that whole week of practice in that game, and now you got the following week. But he played, and it set him back, and he ended up hurting himself even more. I just think as Gronk is older, he's still not, I don't think Gronk's in his 30s yet, Skip, but the knee, the ankle, the forearm, the backs, surgery, multiple. There's only so many times that a doctor can go inside your body, and when you play this sport, Gronk is fine to be a normal human being walking around or sitting at a desk. But to play NFL football, to play pro football, tackle football, Skip, that's a whole different ball game. I don't know if we'll ever see him the way he once was, because these injuries are starting to mount, and he doesn't look the same. I watch him, he doesn't look the same.
So I agree with everything you just said times 10, because for me, the beginning of the end of Rob Gronkowski happened 2 years ago on December 4th of 2016, when it became apparent he needed his 3rd back surgery.
Yes.
He missed his junior year at Arizona with his 1st back surgery, which knocked him down in the draft and allowed Bill Belichick to steal him about 10 picks into the 2nd round, because was he not a high 1st-round pick?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, but he had a back issue.
Right.
And that was his 3rd back surgery, right after December 4th, 2016. Well, hey, Tiger Woods can come back from 3 back surgeries and play golf, but you can't play high collision tight end, right?
Yeah.
Because he's not exactly elusive, where he's going to take shots. He's going to catch it, and he's going to get rocked.
Yeah, because he's so big, Skip.
Yeah.
And what does the defender have to do? They got to hit him in his knees. They got to hit him low to bring him down.
Okay. So, again, will he play this Sunday? I don't know. Do I trust him at all anymore? 0. Do I count on him? 0. He is nothing but gravy for this football team from here on. And I will not be surprised if they keep him on ice all the way through the rest of this schedule and try to bring him back for the first playoff game.
Well, Skip,
because I'm afraid that's about as long as he's going to last.
Well, Skip, you got to let him try to play, to try to get his legs back under him, to get back in football
Maybe
shape.
A game here or there, but I don't know if you want to risk him for the rest of the ride here.
Well, Coach Belichick doesn't normally. This is what we know about Coach Belichick. Either you play or you go on IR. The likelihood of you Skip, he's saving you, well, he'll be back in 10 weeks, or he'll be back. No. Coach Belichick said, no. You're not eating up a roster spot, and you're not going to be able to help us for 10 weeks.
So before the show, I was thinking, how old is Rob Gronkowski now? Because it feels like he's 35. He's still 29. But doesn't it feel like he's at least 35? Because he's got a 35-year-old body.
He's an old 29.
He's an old 29, and we're still... Even pliability can't fix or save this body, right?
But Skip, I mean, he's built different. I mean, he's never going to, and he has to lift weights because he plays a collision position. So he can't go out there and do all that stretching at Tom Brady. Oh, you think he's fragile now? You let him not lift no weights and you'll see what happens.
Well, bottom line to what you said about Bill Belichick, he had a deal in place, according to reports, to send him to Matt Patricia in Detroit in the offseason. And what did Gronk say? No. I'll retire if you trade me because I want one more year with Tom Brady or however many more years he lasts. But he was not going to leave Tom Brady for Detroit.
And I'm surprised that Coach Belichick acquiesced because he says, okay, you might retire, but you're a retired Detroit Lion, but I'm going to get that draft pick. I believe that, you know, it was reported that Tom Brady, he threatened to possibly retire. Yeah. But you know what happened? He went upstairs like he always do. Daddy. Mr. Kraft, Coach Belichick wants to trade Gronk, and don't let him do it. He's always trying to undermine the head coach.
No, the head coach is always trying to undermine Tom Brady. Yep, he is. He's trying to sabotage.
But guess what happens this year, Skip? At the end of the season, every team, they have a report on all the players, and they meet with the owner. Guess what? When he goes up there and he slides that Rob Gronkowski note on Mr. Kraft's desk, I don't think Mr. Kraft will have a problem this year after the season. Moving on.
Well, he's still making $11.8 million, so Mr. Kraft probably won't have a problem.
It will, Skip. If you think about someone that's been as productive, that's not a whole lot.
I know, but it is for no production.
Right.
Correct. 9 surgeries. When you think of everything he's been through. 9 surgeries. That's tough. You don't want to see it end this way for him.
No.
We got a special guest. How'd you know?
Snoop, what you got for me?
He's here live in the studio. We're going to talk to him about LeBron, his Steelers.
What up, boy?
Good. It's next.
Skip!
I got to hug you.
Skip! Oh, you know I got a bag of goodies for you, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. That's all I need to know.
Let me give this lovely lady a hug.
Hi.